Hello everyone, it's me Todd Moore and my son
Tyler Moore.
Welcome to our video podcast, The More Is Less Gaming and News and Sports Show. We hope that you join us every week. We're going to provide you with a little bit of entertainment and a little bit of news that we find interesting throughout the week. Both of us will be talking about sports and a little bit of global news, a little bit of technology, a little bit of bracketology, as you'll see here also tonight. So first we're going to start off with global news. I don't want to talk about too much in the global news. There's a lot going on
this week.
Yeah, a lot this week. First of all, right now is the State of the Union address, and Trump's right now actually speaking as we're recording the video. Hard to say what he's going to say. People said he wasn't going to talk about being impeached, but we'll see. I'll listen to it later or watch it. So that's probably the big one. Of course, everyone knows Kobe Bryant passed on the 26th of January. It was a pretty big loss for everyone.
To the basketball.
Especially for basketball people. We've got the coronavirus going on. My God, the coronavirus. Man, they've had at least 490 claimed deaths in China. And they have over 24,000 confirmed cases already. So it's just blowing up like you can't believe. A lot of the companies have stopped working in production over there. A lot of the American companies, the Cases, the Fords, General Motors, Harley Davidsons, you name it. The ones that are over there, they've had to bring home their employees and stop production. So that is going to be an interesting hit on the economy probably. We'll have to see how that goes. And the last thing I guess we'll talk about is Rush Limbaugh. Good old Rush Limbaugh. So he comes out today. Well, I think it was 2 days ago. But he came out this week.
Well, I think it was yesterday.
Maybe it was yesterday. On his video podcast, or on his, depends on how you listen. You can listen to it on the AM radio, or you can download it if you're part of his subscription service or whatever. I hit and miss when I don't listen to him all the time, but I did hear that he actually said on his radio show that he is starting treatment for advanced stage cancer. So looks like he wouldn't say what stage, so we may not have Rush around anymore. That'll be a big gap in the afternoons. I don't know who will fill that role for the conservative viewers. We'll see. But that's pretty much, for me, what in terms of global news, what's going on. I think what we'll do now is we'll send it over to Tyler and we'll talk about a little gaming news this week.
I'll probably go work on your tech.
Work on my tech? We could do the tech.
Yeah, that's part of global news.
See how he's keeping me in line? Let's do a little tech. First of all, let's talk about TCL. And let's talk about if you got a BlackBerry device, it's no longer going to be worth having. You're not going to work. Well, you're not going to get updates because TCL just lost the brand license and will no longer be producing BlackBerry devices again, ever. So enjoy the one you got. Shelve it. Doubt it'll be worth any money, but you never know. Maybe some hipster in 30 years will want it just for an art piece. It did change the mobile industry for sure. The other thing that I found interesting this week is I have a Samsung watch. So come to find out, Samsung updates their S2 watches this week, and it's a 5-year-old watch. And what it does is it brings the new UI, believe it or not, and it brings better battery life to the watch. And we could always use more battery life on these watches, on all of it, which is really happy, and also some security enhancements, of course. Really happy to see Samsung sticking with it and providing updates for the older technology. Not everyone can afford a new watch every couple years or 3, and if the old watch works, why not use it? So that props up to Samsung for doing that. Now one more, which is kind of bizarre. There's this guy that hacked into Nintendo and got a bunch of the Nintendo Switch games illegally and code and a bunch of shit. Basically what he did was he stole someone's credentials from Nintendo, use those credentials to hack in and steal shit. He's been doing it for a while, which is kind of crazy that he's been doing it for so long. He started in 2016. They got him on theft of some of it, and they basically slapped his hand and said, don't do it again. If you don't do it again, don't worry about it. Well, he couldn't stop. His name's Ryan Hernandez, and he just got arrested again. And he pled guilty. But not only did he have to plead guilty to the charges of theft, oh no, maybe worse than that. When the FBI came to his house, this would be a lesson to all you kids out there. They got his computer. They started searching that computer, and yes, they found all kinds of wrong games and Nintendo this and that. But they also found a folder, and on that in that folder was child porn, sick ass child porn. So now he may be going to jail for child pornography charges, not only just theft. Up to 25 years. Some people say he's only going to get about 3 years. If that's the case, I would be really surprised. So he's agreed to pay $259,000, and he's going to register as a sex offender, of course. But it's pretty interesting how Mr. Ryan Hernandez got caught. Hey, you got off scot-free the first time. You should have stopped the fuck you was doing. You shouldn't be looking at child porn anyway. That's what you get. All right, I think that's for me. That's all of the news I got. Tech. I got some sports stuff that we'll talk about in the sports segment. I got a couple of things. A little bit of UFC, a little bit of boxing. But for now, we'll send it over to Tyler. We ready for gaming news now?
Yes.
Right.
So everyone knows about NVIDIA. Are they already a game company?
They're a video card company, and they also have launched a bunch of other stuff. But like I have the NVIDIA Shield, which is an awesome Android HDR 4K streaming box. Awesome. But they're known for their video cards.
So NVIDIA, remember they made this GeForce?
Yes, their GeForce service where you could play games. Basically, it was kind of competed against the other streaming services like Steam.
Other gaming companies like Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Well, NVIDIA officially launched a cloud gaming service for the GeForce, which is going to be $5 per month, that's really good. Yeah,
and what's cool about it is my Shield, I already have it connected to the GeForce. It's really neat. If you have an NVIDIA video card, and I do, you can install the GeForce software. You install it on your PC, and then you go to your Shield and you connect to that, and somehow you play it through the PC and it streams over or something. I don't know, but it's really cool. And it's called GeForce Now, and it works pretty good. So having this cloud service where you can upload games would be awesome. Because see, one of the problems with a lot of the devices is there's not a lot of memory.
Cloud.
Yeah, there's not a lot of memory on the devices, so having cloud makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Rockstar, the people who made Red Dead Redemption series and Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah.
The big hit.
The big hit.
Well, Rockstar's games co-founder, Dan Houser, is leaving the company.
What? How long? He's one of the originals?
Who founded the game studio alongside with the brother Sam Houser.
Oh, him and his brother. Wow. What?
In 1998.
Damn, it's been that long.
He will
be retiring, I guess, huh?
Yeah, not retiring. He'd just be, I don't know how old he is, but he'll be leaving. But he'll depart in March of this year.
Any idea where he's going? Probably ain't gonna say. Probably just said, I'm just leaving. Future endeavors, that kind of stuff.
Let me look right here.
A lot of times those guys will retire, quote unquote, and then they'll basically take that money and start another business to compete against the company they retired against. So he might, maybe he'll want to start another game. Maybe it got too corporate for him, or
it doesn't say.
Yeah, it's okay.
So my next one, I gotta move this away from you because I want you to guess.
Uh-oh. Quiz time.
Well, not quiz, but
I'm gonna suck at this.
shit. So you know about the esports.
Yep.
And everyone should know what esports is. Is a big competitive sport like Overwatch League and League of Legends. So
Right.
there are top 6 games that are having which title is going to be the biggest gaming thing on any platform.
So it's cross-platform or just basically any platform?
I think it's on PC only.
Okay.
So what do you think is going to be the number 1?
So I'm gonna ask more questions. So these are the games where they actually go to Las Vegas and play for money, or the esports games?
Well,
Are they esports?
yeah, these are esports things, and
They're not like
they have actual teams.
They're not like Madden and NBA. You're not talking about those kind of games, right? You're talking about the games that you play. Oh, you just said like Overwatch,
Yes.
right? Okay, so, personally, probably League of Legends probably going to be the biggest. Because they're all over the campus community.
League of Legends is actually second.
Overwatch then has to be first. Those are two big ones.
No, they're 6.
Huh.
So take number 1, which is it probably is the biggest.
Doom.
No.
Huh.
Counter-Strike by Valve. Global Offensive.
Really?
Valve is a powerhouse of games. They made
Made Steam, didn't they?
well, they bought
Steam.
out Steam.
Right.
So Valve made the Team Fortress series, the
Oh my God.
Half-Life series, which is a
Okay.
really big game.
Yeah, yeah.
They make the Counter-Strike series, which is a Counter-Strike Global Offensive is a big thing now.
Is this from Tom Clancy's Counter-Strike series? Oh, it's completely different.
Counter-Strike?
Surprised they ain't getting sued because there's a whole series of Clancy Counter-Strikes or something.
So for the third, which is probably the biggest game news, not game news, biggest game of this generation,
Mm-hmm.
you should know what it is.
Grand Theft Auto.
No.
That's a big game.
That's
Online?
Yeah, like competitively. Competitively.
Shit. I'm not good at this shit. Give me
Fortnite.
Oh, of course, should have thought of Fortnite. Where they at in that? 8th?
Third.
Third.
Remember what happened? So here, this is the 4th. So remember what happened? The Bethesda, game, E3 conference, I think, convention. Remember what games that they were saying?
Bethesda. I forget.
Well, there was Fallout 76.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's not part of it.
You're talking about though.
There, I don't know how this is very very popular, but I don't think Bethesda is part of this game. I think this is oh no, this ain't Bethesda. This is Valve. Dota 2.
What is it?
Dota 2.
Dota 2?
Dota 2.
Oh, Dota 2. I don't know that one.
It's like League of Legends, but I think it's like League of Legends, but it's a lot different.
I see.
What was that, 4th?
Yep. Number 4.
5th.
5th.
Last one. You played this. I played this, and most of the kids play this.
Call of Duty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somehow. Well,
although I haven't played it as much as I used to.
Modern Warfare 2, best. Well, the Modern Warfare series is really good, but Modern Warfare 2 is like the best Call of Duty. People are gonna argue with me that Black Ops or Black Ops 2 may take it, but I think that's a mid to high between Modern Warfare 2, because Modern Warfare 2 is my favorite game. I'm probably be a little biased, but Modern Warfare 2 I think is the best game from Call of Duty so far.
Quiz. Best map from all the Call of Duty series online map.
There's a lot.
Come on, the one that everyone played and wanted to have it come back.
Well, there's one map I know that everyone
I'll
loves.
give you a hint.
Nuketown?
Don't you think? That was the
Well,
one with the
that's
bus and the house and all that, the houses and shit. Wasn't that Nuketown?
Wait, what? What do you say?
The map that had the bus that you run around in a couple of houses, you go up and down and behind them. Wasn't that, which map was that called?
There was a bus. There was a truck.
That was Nuketown, right?
Yeah, there's 2 houses. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Well, that's one of them, but I think that's a little bit overrated. But there's like Terminal.
I'm not talking about overrated. I'm talking about the people being popular and wanted it. They wanted it to come back on that other game. When they did the other Nuketown, they were disappointed. The second map that was kind of like Nuketown.
Yeah, I think it was the Russian version.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was the 5, huh?
That's 6 because Overwatch is the 6th one.
Why is Overwatch so low? People, they ain't updating it anymore. Or people got, what's the deal with that? Sick of it?
No, I think because it's just started. Because they just started their league and they're on their 2nd season in the league.
So they haven't grown enough fan base yet.
Yeah, like Call of Duty, Dota, or Fortnite got way too popular.
Too quick and then died, yeah.
Like the old ones, Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Dota 2, Call of Duty, those are like in top tier competitive games.
It just kind of, you're talking like CSGO, right?
That's Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Yes, that's what you're talking about, Counter-Strike, right?
Yeah, CSGO.
Okay, now I'm on board. Now I'm with you. I don't think Counter-Strike. I just think of CSGO, but that's Counter-Strike.
Yeah, that's like the short version.
Yeah, that makes
CSGO.
sense. Yeah, that one's a popular one, sure.
Well, that's all that I have for this week's gaming news.
Gaming news.
Well, now it's off to you with the other half of the gaming news.
Well, I don't have gaming news. I have sports news.
Oh, sports news.
I can start with that.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. My 2 loves really. Well, one loves really basically MMA, but I used to love boxing till it got fake and cheap, and people all they wanted to do was hug each other and dance around. I don't like that. So MMA is definitely the better sport. But nevertheless, if you guys are into YouTube at all, and you're into the NFL at all, or you're into the pop culture at all, you're gonna know.
Or in the social media,
Twitter, all of it. First of all, Antonio Brown. That name ring a bell? He's the former NFL player for the Patriots. They got released after only playing 1 game because of domestic shit, and he got in a fight with people and said stupid shit on TV, online, whatever. You know who Logan Paul is? He just had a fight last week where he won it. It was against some no-name. I don't even know who the hell he was.
I don't know. I think he was another YouTuber.
Problem with Logan Paul is he's not fighting anyone halfway decent yet. He's, it's all. Who was the first guy? KSI or someone?
KSI, and that was like a big hot streak.
Yeah, and he's from Britain. He's somewhere.
He does a lot. I think he does. Well, I know he has his own gym in his house.
I see. Well, for some reason, Logan Paul and Antonio Brown are gonna box. It's gonna be on DAZN.
I think Antonio Brown's gonna kick his ass.
I think Antonio Brown is gonna kick his ass. You're talking about a football player against a YouTube guy. Now, yes, I know. I listened to Adam Carolla interview him, and he's taking it seriously. He's going to training and all that.
Wait, Antonio Brown?
No.
Logan?
Yeah.
Oh, Logan.
But Antonio Brown is an athlete, and he's a mean motherfucker. And just the athletic part of it.
Well, it depends.
Which all it takes is 1 punch.
Well, it depends how long he kept his if he kept his strength. Or how long has he not been in the NFL? You said he only played 1 game.
That was last year, I believe. He got fired. Let's see if we can. He probably ain't gonna tell us in this.
Nah,
but no,
I don't think so.
I believe it was last year. And they haven't finalized anything. They're just
so this
agreed
is probably
to.
Gonna be happening Friday night.
Well, they haven't agreed to anything yet.
Oh, they haven't agreed.
They're still working out all the details.
Okay, it probably will show up on social media.
It definitely will. The big event, though, is coming up this Saturday, and it's a big event. It's John Jones against Reyes. Not Derek, Dominic. Everyone knows John Jones. He's fought everybody. You name it, he's fought them. All the name brands, all the stars. everyone's ass. Dominic Reyes, however, he's an up and comer. He ain't lost. Had 12 fights. Ain't lost any of them yet. No ties. Hasn't really fought anybody serious. Chris Weidman, I think, is the last one that he fought, and he's a tough guy. But
Wait, was that the one that he got disqualified for?
Yeah, I forget his name, but no, he didn't get. That was John Jones got disqualified, not Reyes. Reyes never been disqualified, but he's not.
Oh,
He's not really
I
fought.
thought we were talking about John Jones.
No, I'm talking about. But well, Reyes has the undefeated record. John Jones has lost one fight by disqualification. But Reyes is an athlete, and what's funny is they both kind of have the same upbringing. They played high school football, not at the same school, but they played football and wrestling. Except Reyes was going to the NFL because he was good, but they actually didn't, for some reason, they didn't take him.
Wait, what university did you go to?
I think it was New Mexico. University of New Mexico. It was one in New Mexico. And may not, I don't remember, but he graduated with a bachelor's degree. So actually graduated degree. So he's a smart man. But he didn't get into the NFL like he wanted, so he said fuck it, and he started doing the MMA thing, and he's been pretty badass. He's knocking people out and choking them, but he ain't fought no one like John Jones. No one has until you fight John Jones. So obviously John Jones is going to be the big winner. I can't say he's going to be the winner, but he's definitely the big pick in Vegas. He's got the odds on him for sure. The second one that's really going to be good is the co-main event, and that's against Valentina Shevchenko. I'm going to fucking screw these names up.
Screw all these names up.
Shevchenko. Russian. She's a badass. She's lost 3 fights, 18-3, but she can fight with the rest of them. She's got a punch like a sumbitch. She comes at you. Kicks. Good ground game. All of it. She's fighting against Caitlin Chukagian. And I think she's 13-2. She ain't no pushover either. I believe they fought before, if I remember correctly. And, of course...
You watch almost all,
yeah.
Watched since the very beginning.
I've watched since UFC 1. And when I was in college, I had to get it on tape. Got it at a tape place. And you guys, it was even before Blockbuster. It was like a family video type thing. And it was awesome. First time I'd ever seen a fight like that, where the blood and everything. So, but anyway, that fight's going on this weekend. It's pay-per-view, so you gotta have the money to watch it, unless you have other ways. Check it out. There's other fights on there, but the others don't. I don't know them very well. They're up-and-comers. That basically, I don't care that much. So that's pretty much I have for my sports news for this week, anyway. You got anything, Tyler?
For sports news, I don't think I have anything.
You want to just go straight to our brackets then?
Sure.
Okay, let me...
Oh, yeah. And game predictions.
Okay. I'm going to come around and grab the camera so we can get a closer look here on the predictions.
So I keep track of Andy's NCAA bracket predictions. We are 6 weeks away outside. We're 6 weeks away outside of the March Madness official bracket. I have the ESPN bracket here and Andy's bracket here. So these guys know each other, but they have way different standings because all of them are this is probably a better chance of being on the bracket between this and there are some teams they do agree on to stay or go, but so far they have been everywhere. And since last week in the AP poll, there's a bunch of lost games severely, and it's pretty shocking in how everything changed. But Baylor, Gonzaga, Kansas, and San Diego State have stayed the same. I don't think people will probably ask who you think is going to win the NCAA bracket. Not San Diego State, even though they have a winning record. I don't think they're going to go all the way. Like last week, I said that I don't think they're going to go all the way. So right now in the first seed would be San Diego State in the Midwest, Gonzaga in the East, Kansas in the West, and Baylor in the South. That's Andy's first seed.
We're doing Andy or Joe?
I just said Andy.
Alrighty.
And for the ESPN bracket in the East, Joe, I can't say his last name.
Lenardi.
Yeah,
Lenardi.
He has Gonzaga. He worked for ESPN. He has Gonzaga in the East, Baylor in the South, Kansas in the Midwest, and San Diego State in the West. Did I say West twice or Midwest?
You said West and West. Well, but you can see it. I got it. I got it here.
Yeah, they're a bit different from so far. Now, on to the predictions. You already see in the bottom right here, 3 games have already been played. Florida State have been UNC.
And we picked Florida State to win that.
Yeah.
Already. We picked all these already.
It's already been pre-picked, but I actually have some games that have been finished. I think there's 1, 2, I think 3. Let me go look real quick. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4. I think I have Auburn and Arkansas. What's Arkansas? Is
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
You want to start on the top right where it says game predictions week?
No, because that's not where it is.
Where are we starting at?
The bottom.
Bottom left.
So.
All right.
Big Ten. Rutgers versus Maryland. You had Rutgers beating Maryland. I have Maryland beating Rutgers.
There we are. So, yeah, we split on that.
But this was a pretty close game.
Uh-oh.
Rutgers got 51 points. Maryland got 56.
Ah, shit.
So, Maryland wins.
It's 1 for Tyler. He's up 1.
Well, this is actually bad because Maryland's getting close to a 3-way tie with Michigan State and us.
Yeah.
In the Big Ten. Auburn versus Arkansas. That was also a really close game. Well, it's down here. So Auburn had 79 points. And Arkansas had 76. Which was a really close game.
They've been real close this year.
A lot of unknown teams were really close.
Yep. Just the fact that Rutgers is doing so well.
Now, there was a big scare because Duke in Boston College was coming back and almost beat Duke. But I think Duke won that one 63-55. Duke had 63.
They pulled it out in the end.
And Boston College had 55. So next game, I think this just finished today. Well, we're recording this on Tuesday, and we had 22 Penn State versus ranked 16 Michigan State.
Yeah, both of us thought Penn State would upset that.
Do you think they did?
I do think they did, but I'm wrong.
Okay, so where is it? Oh, right
22.
Here. Michigan State got 70 points. Penn State.
Yes.
Penn State upset Michigan State, so they are on a 2-game losing streak right now.
Take that, Andy Katz. Tyler and I know what we're doing too.
I haven't. I don't think he has posted his predictions. Oh wait, oops.
That's an upset.
Yeah.
Be careful drawing that. You can be careful there.
Yeah, I know.
You could end up drawing something you don't want to draw. All right.
It still looks worse. Okay, so right now in the second half, Mississippi State versus ranked 15 Kentucky are playing, and Kentucky is winning by 12 points right now. That's all I have right now.
You want to? So let's talk about the predictions of the rest of them that haven't played yet, which would be Miami, Florida versus
Florida
State, and I'm gonna.
I have Miami, Florida winning because I think this is right now probably a good time to see a big upset right there.
It's possible. I don't think so, but it's possible. So we'll go to Mississippi State. No, 16 up there.
Michigan
State, Michigan.
Another rival game. I think Michigan State may win that one.
I think Michigan will too. I think you're pretty much right on that. Okay.
Well, I don't know because.
Let's work our way up. What do you think? What?
What?
About Michigan State?
Well, I don't know. I think Michigan State is pretty good with their that. Was it point guard? A guard? I can't remember his name. I know it starts with W. Its last name starts with W. Okay, so.
Where are we at? Top?
Yeah, very top. 19 Butler versus 10 Villanova. I think Villanova may beat Butler this time.
Yeah, and I don't think so. I think Butler's going to pull it out. A little bit of an upset. They're pretty close, though. 10 and 14. Is that 19 or 14?
19.
Yeah. Upset then.
So, next one, Iowa State versus ranked 13 West Virginia. We both picked West Virginia because West Virginia has been really powerful.
That's right.
Because Virginia, the last year's national champions.
Yep.
They lost a lot of players, and they're not in the ranking system, which is really bad. Now, rank 18 LSU versus 11 Auburn.
We didn't do Iowa Purdue. We didn't do Creighton Providence. Which way are we headed? Where are you going?
Okay, never mind. Let's go to the ranked 21. I can't say the name.
Creighton versus Providence.
I think Creighton's gonna win.
I do too. Go MVC.
I don't know what conference they're in.
I think they're in Missouri Valley. I think my alma mater, Southern Illinois University. The Salukis, I think they played them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for
Iowa versus Purdue, upset time.
If it's a home game, then Purdue may win this.
That's right.
But if it's a away game, I don't know.
It's going to be tough. Any home game is the advantage is definitely on the home team this year. It's been very hard to win on the road for all of them.
So now for
LSU
rank 18 LSU versus rank 11 Auburn. LSU has been on a hot streak right now. You don't have to look at me.
No?
No. Keep over there. LSU has been on a very hot streak right now. I think LSU may be Auburn.
I want to look at you with this.
No.
Because you're looking at me.
And you have Auburn beating them.
Yeah, I do. I think it's going to be an upset. That ain't an upset. I think they're going to win. They're 11th versus 18th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, we don't know.
I think this is another rival game. Ranked 12 Seton Hall versus Georgetown.
Yeah, Seton Hall, Georgetown.
I think Seton Hall's going to win that one.
I do too.
Another LSU game.
Vanderbilt.
Versus...
Vanderbilt.
That's how you say it?
Vanderbilt. Shit.
Vanderbilt. I don't know how you say it.
I thought it was Vanderbilt. Google that shit. Let us know in the comments below.
So next game would be ranked 5 Louisville versus Wake Forest. We both pick Louisville because Louisville, they've been ranked first seed and they've been upset before, but I think Louisville may win this one. Wake Forest used to be good. What year was it when they were good? Like
late 90s, I think. Right?
I thought it was like 19. Was it? What was it?
You're asking me questions I can't answer.
Okay.
But I do know that they were good in the past. They were.
So, you
Okay.
me next one will be Cal versus 24 Colorado. You and me pick Colorado because not because they're ranked, it's because I think they're pretty good.
I agree.
I don't think Cal has a really good basketball team.
Not right now.
USC versus ranked 23 Arizona. Even though Illinois lost to Arizona and we're above them, I don't know how we lost,
Right.
but I still think Arizona's going to win that game. Even though
I did too.
USC is on this bracket, if I can find them. I think they are on this bracket.
You think Cats put it on a bracket? I'm looking too. I don't see it.
If it is, it's
I
probably
don't
very
see him.
low rank.
I don't see him.
Or I think it was over
Maybe
here.
it's on the other bracket by Lenardi.
Oh.
And
See, I think they were on here.
it must have dropped off
Yeah.
because they're not on there now.
There it is. USC right there. They're ranked.
So Lombardi,
Yeah,
Lenardi, Lombardi. This ain't football.
Joe. He had them rank. Where I saw them. Where are they? It was in South. Right there. He has them ranked 9.
In the South. Okay.
So yeah, I think Arizona's gonna win that one. Tulane versus ranked 25 Houston. I think Tulane's gonna win because last week they got that buzzer beater, and I still think they're really pretty good. You have Houston winning that one.
I do. I just think that they have a better offense.
We all know that Gonzaga's probably gonna the LMU versus Gonzaga, and we all know probably Gonzaga's gonna win.
They come to play.
Maryland versus Illinois. That's pretty tough. And me and my dad both pick Illinois because Illinois with Kofi Coburn and Georgie, I think we probably have the better team right now.
I think you're right.
I think it's a home game.
And this loss that we just had to Iowa State, Iowa, it's going to really help the team.
Probably.
Because I think they're going to learn so much from it. And so, I mean...
And they're a top 10. Maryland's a top 10 team. And last year, we beat a top 10 team.
Yeah.
And that was Michigan State.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to win. I think that's all the predictions.
I think you're right.
Oh, yeah. You could talk about Fran McCurry.
We could a little. He got him and the coaches there after the Iowa game.
I saw the clip of him going off. Yeah, I saw that.
He didn't like the fact that we played to the very end. Let me get down here so you can see me. He didn't like the fact that we played to the very end. And he thought that one of the kids at the very end, I don't remember which one it was hacking his arm, trying to create a foul. But fuck, there was like 2 or 3 seconds left. There was time left. And he's like, well, the game was over, this and that. No, not really. Game ain't over till it's over. What kind of message do you send to the kids? Don't worry about it. No, you play to the very end. And we still should have had a chance to do that. So anyway, they're walking up, and Brad's already shaking the hands. And then they get to the assistant coaches, and one of the assistant coaches said something, and Fran McCaffrey didn't like it. And he waved his arm in this, and then turned around and stomped back off to the locker room, and so did the rest of his team. So they didn't even finish the handshake.
I didn't get to see the post interview stuff.
So I watched both post game interviews, and
did he say anything about what happened?
Well, first Brad came up, and Brad's like, he's like, it's just a stressful game. People get, they're riled up. He didn't, no big deal. It's a non-event. And then when they asked Fran, he basically said the same thing. Well, he said what I just said, didn't think the hacking, this, that, and another should have happened. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a big deal. So, even though I think it was, they just heat of the moment type thing.
Yeah, Fran's probably going to lose a lot of net rating because of that.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, I forgot about that part of the news. I wanted to talk about that, but it's still part of this, so it works out good. I think that's all we have for tonight.
Yep.
So please come back and watch us every week. Please subscribe. Click the like button. Post a comment down below if you like what we're doing or you have something to say as well. Click the bell. That's important because if you click that bell every time we release a video, you'll be notified that we have.
If it works.
Yeah, typical YouTube, right? But anyway, this is the More is Less show. We hope you enjoyed it. For myself, Todd Moore.
And Tyler Moore.
Thank you for watching our show. Have a nice night.
See ya.